content just to clear that puck down ice and try to establish the forecheck. Good pick there. Puck centered in front. And hands for a good try, but a nice block. As it are representing as it began last night, as I mentioned, with a handful of games, including these two teams facing off last night. Island HC on the breakout now through center ice. Liam McNaughton dumps that puck in. He wants to change as well. Puck comes out in front. Oh, Charbonneau. Kick save with the right pad there on that close opportunity for Kyle Bernard. As Bernard right there had that puck come right to him in the slot, but Charbonneau, 2 early saves to keep this game scoreless for Langley. And how about Langley? They've had a great start to the season, just 1 loss so far in 11 games, 10-1 on the season. Now Langley in the forecheck here, puck in the corner, was sent out in front by Sammy Hansrud, but no one there in blue to put that on goal, and Island HC cleared that puck out to neutral ice. Puck picked up at center, worked in by Island HC on the right side. Gene Mann was rubbed out on the boards there. Good back check by Logan Clark, the defenseman. And Langley content just to clear that puck down ice and try to establish the forecheck. Good pick there. Puck centered in front. And hands for a good try, but a nice block. As the defenseman stepped in front, that's Segnard, as he got a piece of that to keep that in co-2 for Island HC, but he's stick-checked, and that puck is cleared by Jack Walker down ice. So 1-1 the score here. Opening the scoring for Langley was William Anderson, and then replying for Island HC was Kai Bernhard, and it's 1-1 with 13:50 to go in this first period. Still 30 seconds left on the power play. Sangara back in. Drop pass comes to Kotu. Shooting just high past the glove side. As I don't think Charbonneau saw that initially on that release from the high slot. Island HC working around to the far side. That goes off the stick of McNaughton. Good defensive play by Katie Zhang in front with the stick to knock that into the corner. Net front presence there for the Langley defenseman. Now back door. McNaughton stopped. Charbonneau came across, squeezed his body against the post, made the save there. Puck loose in behind the goal. Segnard to the point. Power play over, 5-on-5. Kept in by Gornall. Almost 7 minutes gone in a 1-1 tie, but now stripped was Gornall on the wall. Langley HA will clear as they get it outside the zone and out to center. So face-off back in Island HC territory. As Langley looks to retake the lead on the power play, but the puck cleared out to center. Good start here. And trying to come in as Clark down the right side. Logan Clark was stopped though. Dane Player cut him off on that shorthanded try and at least forces Langley back behind their net if you're an Island HC fan to kill some time off this power play. As Maverick Gornall is in the box here for Island HC on that interference call. 10 to go in the first. 1-1 the score. Hansrud back in for Langley. Drop pass in the middle was denied by Clark for a moment as he got a piece of it, put it to the wall. Dane Player dribbles a shot to the line just wide. I think he was looking for a redirect in front. Puck now intercepted by. So it's regrouped at center ice by Langley. Carrigan trying to make a play on the far side near the red line. Just lobs that in down the right wing, and Langley back at center changing on the fly. Now intercepting off the bench and shooting just wide was Jackson Dewick. What a gift for him, the Maple Ridge product. Right off the bench into the action, found that puck in the slot, but missed it stick side. 4:55 and counting to go in the first here in Salmon Arm between Island HC and Langley HA in this 14U AAA action on Silent Ice TV. Langley breaking back in off the rush. Song down the right side trying to pull up in center, but Kotu tracked him down and snuffed that out. Back their way, it's flipped in by Sangara down the right wing, but that's intercepted by Langley's stick. Knocks down in front by Braddock Spatchler. Good work by him. Now Langley back in. Zhang trying to feed in front, but Katie Zhang's pass was denied by an Island HC stick and went to the near boards in behind the net. Down low, Duick in the corner for Langley. Oh, what a hit there on the far boards. Duick coming up the wall was hit hard by Wade Sangara, and he's slow going back to the bench. Stoppage here with that puck leaving the ice with 1:27 to go. So face off on the right side in the Island HC zone with less than 90 seconds left in the first period. Langley wins the draw. Shot went wide off the face-off from the right wing. As trying to fire that on net was Sammy Hansra. Langley trying to keep the pressure on. Song came out of the corner. Nifty move in front of the backhand, but couldn't finish it off. Now Duick in the corner. Good to see him back out there after taking a heavy hit in a prior shift. He'll center, and that's blocked and cleared down ice by Island HC as he was trying to set up Sammy Hansra at the short side. So Langley tilting the ice a little bit, as I mentioned here, but Island HC doing a good job of just keeping most of that pressure to the top or the outside. No great A's in the last couple shifts there for Langley HA to speak of, despite all that zone time. Now Langley back in their own zone, bottled up somewhat here by Island HC as McNaughton's on the forward check. So too is the goal scorer Bernhard. Nice breakout pass to Langley line for Song, trying to split the defenders. Song coming in and gets taken down. Code 2 with a nice one-on-one play there to negate that chance. Nice try there by Saiwu Song, trying to make something fast, tag up and change. Island HC trying to break out here to start the second, but that was stalled the line for a moment. Now played ahead by Code 2. Skated on by Clark down the right side. Katie Zhang there, step for step, angles him off. Good work by the Langley HA defenseman. Puck comes out in front from behind the goal, swung on and missed by Segnar. Held in by Sharma for Island HA. He'll play behind the net. That just comes around the boards, going right to left in the Langley zone. Bernhard, the goal scorer for Island HC, trying to feed it back the point to Segnar. Bit of a bobble, lost it. Look out. Song coming in on a breakaway. Saiwu Song scores! What a move by the Langley HA leading scorer, and it's 2-1 for Langley here early in the second. If you're Island HC, that's the last player you want to see on a breakaway for Langley. Saiwu Song scoring his 10th of the year as Song makes it 2-1 with 2 minutes, 26 seconds gone in the period. The South Korea product coming in had just over a point per game, 13 points in 12 games heading into this morning's tilt. And there he pressured the defenseman Segnar at the blue line in his own end. And then Saiwu Song was off to the races down that right wing, cuts the middle and roofed it on the deke. No chance for Brantley Christensen for Island HC, and a beautiful goal there by Saiwu Song as the forward going high on the stick side to finish off that great breakaway. Now Song again staying out there, dancing in, backhand in front, punched in, they score! Out of the air, Sammy Hansra bats that one in, and quickly it's 3-1 Langley HA. A nice move by Saiwu Song to come in on the right side, little toe drag. Plays it back in. Cloverdale product sends it down low. Island HC trying to get something going here, and now we get a penalty behind the play as Bernhard was trying to take that pass. He got hit in the back from Jack Walker, and the referee in the Island HC zone there camped out, signaling interference. And I think this is against Bernhard himself for that reverse hit attempt away from the puck. Some confusion there. I think Jack Walker for Langley HA thought he originally was singled out there, but it's actually Bernhard, the Island HC goal scorer, on the wall. He had his back to Walker, and he did the old reverse hit, but unfortunately the puck wasn't there, says the referee, and that is a stoppage and a penalty to Bernhard for interference. So the face-off will be back in Island HC territory. Second power play of the morning for Langley, but Island HC, a strength today for them has been the penalty kill. It was dangerous in the first. They had a couple chances shorthanded, and there they clear the puck off the face-off. Gornall probably going to be their leader in ice time this morning. Their captain cleared that puck. Back in. Samra, or Hansra, I should say, the goal scorer, trying to make a move as he came across the blue line, but lost the puck. Comes around to the near side, intercepted and cleared from his knees by Gornall down ice. So Island HA back to the drawing board, Langley HA back to the drawing board behind their net here to regroup the power play with a minute 15 to go in this power play, their second of the morning. There's Gornall again at center for Island HC on the intercept. Stepping up at the red line to block that breakout pass, and now Rossi in front trying to find something. And that was broken up as he was lurking shorthanded. Back in, Song dancing down the right wing, a toe drag, but shot wide as he tried to get back to his forehand, but that was blocked. Now stepping in front, letting it go. Montaigne a shot. That went a high over the net off the glass as the seas parted there for Caden Montaigne coming right down the middle after the pass came out in front, but his shot missed high over the net of Island H. By Song has a goal already. Shooting stop. Toe to the near side. His captain, Gornall, recovers. Steps up, puts a nice hit on it, his blue line, but Walker for Langley was trying to make something happen there at the end of his shift, but got checked. Sharma recovers and trying to break out his Island HC. Puck goes cross ice by Lincoln Carto to the near side. His captain, Gornall, will punch that out to center. Brought right back in by Song. Has a goal already. Shooting stop. Rebound. Christensen makes that save in tight as well on the doorstep against Montaigne. Two good saves there by the goaltender, Brantley Christensen, for Island HC to keep this game 3-1. Saiwu Song, you can see the skill. And you know why he's the top scorer on Langley. Has 2 points in this period, a goal and an assist, and almost had another, but a timely stop by Brantley Christensen to keep it a 2-goal game. Continuous action here. Haven't had a whistle in a while. 8 minutes to go in the second. Island HC regrouping at center. Played in by DeGraff. Dewick turns his back for it. Rossi was at his back shoulder, but made the play to get it out. And it's lifted back in. Our play back in their own zone. Austin Kotu stick handling, got intercepted. That by Song, trying to come back in. Short-handed, taken down, and he goes into the goalie and knocks him down to the ice. And we're going to have, I think, 2 penalties here on the play. As it's coming down the middle. Had a step on the Island HC player, and McNaughton took him down, but I think they're calling an unsportsmanlike penalty on Saiwu Song later today. Doubleheader for them. That's coming up on the schedule in the 14U AAA division. For Island HC, they face off against Surrey Eagles HA. That tomorrow to wrap up their weekend. 3 games in 3 days for them. Now Grisdale trying to find the puck for Langley as we're back underway, but he fanned on that. And Bernhard gets it out to center, got rubbed out by Grisdale along the glass between the 2 benches. Langley will try to counter. Song crossing the blue line, got tripped up. Referee has his arm in the air, and at the end of the play, Song ran into his own teammate. That and Brett Bailey for good measure as he gets himself off the ice slowly here. Saiwu Song having a good morning with a goal and assist so far. It looks like he's a little banged up as he this morning. As Island HC haven't allowed Langley a lot of high-quality chances on the power play. Very aggressive penalty kill. As we say, Segnar there, step up at his blue line to disrupt that zone entry and send it back into Langley territory. Carrigan back on the right side. trying to make a move, cutting in front. Nice stop as that was Sammy Hansra trying to find his second of the morning as he cut in from the right side, but that is into the trapper of the goaltender Christensen for Island HC, and he'll get the whistle. Does Brantley Christensen to stop play. Under a half minute to go in this penalty to Caden Toughnail for Island HC. Langley wins the draw. Batchelor at the blue line. Garrigan, low shot, kicked out. That off the pad of the goaltender Christensen. Saw that shot through traffic and cleared by Rossi out to neutral ice for Island HC. Almost 7 minutes off the clock in the third frame. Langley nursing a 4-1 lead over Island HC here in this opening game of day 2 of the showcase in Salmon Arm. JPHL's 14U AAA division. And of course, exclusively here on Silent Ice TV. Song dancing back in for Langley as he waits for reinforcements on a line change. Tries to play it up the wall for a pinching Grisdale. He'll hold the line. Trying to barge his way down low. Lost that puck. Counter for Island HC. Penalty to thread the needle there and maybe get a tip, but nonetheless, good look by the Langley defenseman up top to try to capitalize right away on the shift after a goal. So face-off left wing inside Island HC territory. Langley still leading 4-2. Zhang again a wrist shot off the face-off, this time blocked. Puck goes in the corner. Song after it, feeds it up top to Zhang. Nice sidestep move by the Langley defenseman. She fires, blocked in front. Looked like DeGraff was there to square up and knock it down. Comes back to Zhang in the slot. A knuckling wrist shot snared once more by the trapper of Christensen for a whistle as they near the halfway mark of period number 3. So some good pressure there by the top line of Langley as Mitch Fife gets his big guns out there on a shift after a goal against to try to get momentum back and not let Island HC snowball momentum, if you will, and build on that goal as he has his top line in that offensive zone for quite some time. Off the face-off, Langley sends it back in behind the net. Duick just fed it off the end boards. Gornell will play it around the boards. And it comes up the left wing. Trying to seal it off is Grisdale. Rossi, though, knocks it past him as he jabs that puck, and then it's helped down ice by Toughnail. Bailey trying to break out here for Langley on the far side. He was sealed off on the wall there. Good active stick by Segnar, and Langley, though, picks it up. They got numbers, 3-on-1. Duick down the right wing, trying to go for Song at the back post, but a good defensive play by Island HC breaks it up. Now a shot and a good stop by Christensen sliding to his left to stop Sammy Hansra on the one-timer from the right dot. So there's that top line, Duick, Hansra, and Song for Langley trying to get the 3-on-1 cooking, but a good stop there by Christensen. We go to the meeting long morning. He plays a lot for Jeff Burrell's team, and he'll now finally clear the zone out to center from inside his blue line. Time becoming a factor for Island HC here on the comeback bid as drop pass for Grisdale just missed him, but now we're going to stop play as we have an injured Langley player back behind the play. That's Braddock's Batchelor. As he got tangled up on the boards back in the neutral zone. And hopefully Batchelor's all, as that was an injury timeout from the referee. So the face-off, because of that whistle, will be outside the Island HC zone on the right wing. So face-off on right wing in the neutral zone just outside Island HC territory after the injury timeout for Braddock's Batchelor, the Langley defenseman. Hopefully he's all right and shakes that off. 4-2 Langley over Island HC right now with 5 minutes to go in the third period here at Rogers Rink in Salmon Arm. Back underway. Langley, an outlet pass, goes out to center as that's cleared by Song all the way back to the Island HC blue line. Puck is picked up there by Carto, and he'll leave it off. DeGraff navigating not one but two forecheckers. Does a good job to play it out to center. McNaughton now for Island HC carries in the Langley zone. Pass the middle, broken up by a stick. And that's batted back out to center ice by Brett Bailey. Song will poke it in, wide of the goal. Segnar wins the race back to puck for Island HC. Left it off for his partner DeGraff, and he'll throw it clockwise back around the boards behind his net. Song there to swoop in and cut it off, but got spun down to the ice by Carto. And Anderson just plays it back behind the net to start it. Langley HA will prevail 4-2 over Island HC from Rogers Rink here in Salmon Arm to kick off the second day of this showcase in the North Okanagan. As they come out to congratulate goaltender Axton Charbonneau on the win. 4 different goal scorers for Langley. One in the first, 3 in the second to get the job done here. Island HC get goals in the first and third periods, but fall for the second straight day to their rivals, Langley HA, in Pacific Division action. As a lineup at center ice here for the post-game handshake line. Let's wrap things up from this morning's game with our 4 Vengeance Media 3 stars.